Hello folks, hope you're having a good Friday so far. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and this is the Friday LEGO Let's Chat, and we're looking at a monster. This is the 1,000 piece Razor Crest, and this was a lovely gift from the fantastic Cosmic Dancer. So thank you so much, Cosmic, for sending this in. We now get to spend probably several weeks working on this. I would say probably the better part of 2 or 3 streams. So it's going to be a good time. And of course, I'm a Mandalorian fan. I'm a big fan of the show. So this is going to be a good set to put together. And I was smart enough to open it before I started streaming. But we'll take a look at the box. I mean, there's nothing on the bottom. The ends seem to be pretty straightforward. There is, of course, backside, which shows all the different compartments and things. I mean, like, honestly, these things, when I'm done with them, they sit on the shelf and they look cool. They don't necessarily get opened and shut all that often. And this is, of course, the playset 75292, not the most recent monster set, which is the Ultimate Collector Edition Razor Crest. That is a much larger set. I don't know where I would put it. It's like 3 feet long or something bananas. Anyway, we'll get into it. Hope everyone's having a good week. Appreciate you being here. Oh wow, loose pieces. That's new. Normally they're in bags. Okay, this is going to be a lot of bags. Ooh, big instruction book. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Yes. Alright. We will need those. That's a 2. So there's 2 6s, 2 4s, 2 2s, 3. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. And yes, I did see the stickers in the bag. So, I mean, as we do, we will start with bag 1. I'm not sure what bag that's going to be in. I've got to sign somewhere. Couple of small bags and one of those. So how's everyone doing today? I had a pretty quiet morning. Which is good. I needed a break. I was watching the new video from Coffee Stain. I didn't get all the way through it. It's like 20 minutes long, 17 minutes long, about Satisfactory, the update 7, and the blueprint machine. I can't say I'm all that excited about it. I mean, I feel like I can probably build things faster on my own, but to new players it might be more interesting. I saw some people in our Discord community were talking about it, but I didn't get a chance to actually pop in and read what was being said. Oh, cool. Horizontal book. Normally these big ones are like vertical, but that's good. I'm glad that it's a landscape layout. Make sure we have everything. Stickers, of course, we'll set those aside. Something I really enjoy about the new camera is I can flip up the little LCD screen. I can't see it perfectly because my trolling arm is in the way, but I can see kind of like a basic frame of the shot, so I know where I'm putting things, which is nice. This, we might actually put this sideways, or maybe I'll stick it over here. Yeah, not sure about its use for folks like yourself who are very much towards endgame and satisfactory. Yeah, I can. And the other thing that I wasn't sure about watching Snut on the video do the presentation of how the blueprint machine will work is that it didn't appear to have the same snapping points on it. Like everything that he was laying down seemed to glide very smoothly, which means that it may not be this, like when you go to place it in the world, it might not snap into position the way that you think it would. So what I was curious about is like when you're building on the scale that I'm building in Satisfactory, and if you could use the blueprint to make a 4x4 layout of foundations and save that as like a big foundation. If you could then place 10 of those in a row, instead of zooping 10 foundations, you could zoop 40 foundations. Right, or 32 foundations, I guess, at once. So you could fill a large area very, very quickly. It's like similar to like how you do it in creative mode in Minecraft, with like commands, fills, and stuff like that. So that is potentially cool. The minifig parts, we can just put those over there. Dan is saying that it's definitely for new players. Yeah. Yeah, I could see it being very helpful for building on grass or just getting started. Hey, Gwenter, good to see you back. Forgive me, I need to check again. Am I pronouncing your name right? Like, is the G silent? That kind of stuff. Man, it is really muggy in the province today. We've got a tropical storm coming through tomorrow, and it is unseasonably warm. It's like 17 degrees and really high humidity. In November, that is silly. Like, normally, it's like 2 degrees, 4 degrees. I got a Facebook memory that popped up the other day talking about snow last year on the 3rd of November. We do not have snow right now. It's for sure. Dan Grace saying you like that idea. Oh, the idea of like doing like extra foundations. Like you could use it to really speed up some things that are really monotonous. Or for example, like if you're building 60 refineries and you don't need them to be something super specific, if you are putting a group of things together and you just need them to be spaced out. If it lays things out and snaps to the foundations in a concise way, then I can see that. Or rather than putting like the example that Snut used was a manifold, but what I was thinking would be more useful would be just putting together one machine the input belt, the output belt, the splitter, or the merger, and then saving that in whatever cool configuration that you've come up with as your blueprint. And then you can go and place that blueprint exactly where you want it in the world, but then you don't have to go back and like place in, you know, or the power poles. Like imagine if you knew exactly where you wanted all the power poles to be, and then you could place everything within the world and it's all hooked up. So like that I could understand. I'm sure there's going to be some players that are going to be taking advantage of it and using it in very cool ways. But I think the example that they sent they showcased was very basic. Prompted animal, hello. Seeing some very unique usernames in chat the last couple weeks. It's been fun. I feel like you can do so much with usernames if you're using like an animal and like an adjective, you know, like especially if they're non sequiturs, you know, like something that would normally be describing food or, you know, or like the exact opposite of something. So like, you know, zippy snail or spicy gorilla or like that, like those kind of things. I always find those make the most interesting usernames. Says the guy that's used his real name. But a good part of that was me wanting to make sure that I was very easy to find when I was working as a freelancer. That's it. We're gonna be a little cheaty. 100,555 as Amethyst Funky Penguin. What? I missed something. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Mine is actually generated by Xbox many years ago. Oh, that's really cool. Again, my Xbox name is just my real name. Surprise! Lots of little pieces. Whoops. Always the risk when you start to put in all the last little pieces. You get something looking nice and then you bump it and you're like, no! Everything was going so well. Oh, I missed one of these. Baker's Dozen said I was just playing with word and wanted something a little bit different. Yeah, of course. And it's cool, like, when you can nab something that is like a phrase that people know, you know, something that's kind of common, but then is not normally used as like an identifier, as like as a username. So Baker's Dozen works really well too. I think it's different for you with you being an artist and illustrator. Using your real name makes more sense for discoverability. Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's exactly like when I was doing a lot of freelance illustration, like if someone Googled Joel Duggan, like I wanted my Twitter and my website, you know, all to kind of like find themselves. Plus, like, it just works out so well. Like if you're discussing something on a podcast and you want to send people, you know, your way, you just like joelduggan.com. Everything is Joel Duggan. It's very easy. It's the same everywhere. I mean, it's and it works too if you're someone like, you know, Pixel Riffs, like Johnny, my co-host and producer and on co-producer on the Spawn Chunks. Like, with his handle, it's just like it is Pixel Riffs, which is different, but it's the same everywhere. So once you find him one place, you've found him everywhere, right? I was also listening to a lot of tech podcasts and stuff, and like way back when Twitter first started and all that stuff was first getting out, like I got my name very early on. There is, I think the only place I missed out on it was Flickr back in the time. Not that anybody still uses Flickr. But a professional photographer in the States has my name, same name as me. And so they happened to nab it, which makes sense. And I wasn't too worried about it. I know these don't exactly line up, but we'll pretend that they do. Now, these are just so problematic. I think we're just going to leave those in a pile. As much as I enjoy the whole knolling process, I feel like there's some pieces that are just too tedious, and it becomes just frustrating for me, and I imagine frustrating as a viewer. I'm assuming we'll be starting with the minifigs. Just finished up Spunchunk's episode, and I had an idea. Why not have Alistair on? You talk about him enough. Be cool to hear from him on there. Yeah, I mean, Alistair would be a pretty good guest. He hasn't been streaming much lately, but it's hard because like we want to make sure we're doing enough kind of cross-pollination too with the different communities, and I don't want it to be like just friends of ours, but it makes, you know, it's straightforward. The hard part with that, there'd have to be some sort of relevant reason, you know, in terms of news topic or whatever. Like, we don't tend to have random guests on. We usually have a method to our madness. Oh, I need more. Cut just a little bit more. An artist, illustrator, and a photographer both having the same name seems quite unlikely. Yeah, I thought that too. I thought it was very interesting that the only other Joel Duggan I ever stumbled across online was also a creative person. So this is the Mando cape, I would assume. So we've got these two. I find it interesting that this set must have been released before they revealed Din Djarin's face, because this is the head. It's just a black headpiece. I always find these capes are weird. You've got to like kink it in the right way. And then they always have this weird kind of like part that sticks out at the back. Lando's did the same thing. Nope. How is the image quality this week? I made a couple adjustments to the camera. Oh, cool! We get to give him like a great big gun. So he's got like a part goes on there. We use one of those little wrenches. Like a simple way to make his disintegration rifle. I don't remember exactly what it was called. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I think autofocus should be turned on. I believe I have it set to be on continuous autofocus. And we get one of the speeder bike troopers. I don't think I have a minifig with this particular Star Wars helmet. Such a classic look. There are a few things, like few costumes that I would do as a cosplay, but a stormtrooper would be one of them. I would be hard pressed to be like classic. You know, I feel like something like this would be the most comfortable, like a speeder bike trooper. But at the same time, I also feel like a clone trooper from Clone Wars would also be really cool, and you'd be able to like make it more unique. First time viewer, but flawless on your end. Cool. Appreciate the feedback. So one of the things that I noticed last week was like I'd put my hand in the shot and the lighting would go dimmer and it would change throughout the stream. And I think that what was going on is that the ISO on the camera was set to automatic. And so I've switched it to manual and set it as low as I can get it without dimming the shot. So I need to get more lights in here. At the moment, I only have 2 key lights, 1 very weak fill, and no kicker. So pretty basic. All right, now this is a large instruction book. And I think you guys missed part of it down there. So where's the cutoff? Okay, I have to remember to maybe knoll things out wider rather than down towards me. I need both of these. One of these guys. Oh, wow. Getting complicated right off the get-go. Need the other one of these. One long bolt. 3 small black ones. Minister of Hell, welcome in. We were just talking about cool usernames, and I think you have entered in that category. It goes in like that, and very specifically, we leave 1 hole empty. And then on the black piece, these 2 black pieces go in like this. And this goes in on the very end. These are the kind of things I have to talk myself through or I will mess up. And that goes along with this, like that. Need another 3 of these. I figured these would be like structural things at the bottom. They usually are in these Star Wars kits. That focus was nice. Oh, so it did autofocus, like when I brought a piece up to the camera, it switched quite nicely. That's good to know. That means that if I ever use this for a face cam, then I should be it should work out the way that we want. And then this hooks up in line with this one. And you're Minister of Hell and you are a minister? Like in IRL? That's interesting. I know you asked in the Discord for any other games you could stream as part of the sub-goal reward. Have you played anything new recently that you think might be good to stream? I'm currently getting back into Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I bought it last year and I played a few hours of it and then I never returned to it. So, but I don't think that would be a good to stream. It's also like kind of like my relaxing Xbox game, like long narrative, kind of lean back kind of experience. So, I don't know about that one, but I'm not playing anything new at the moment. No, so much of my stream time has been focused on like Satisfactory and getting that the build up and running. And now that it's up and running, I feel like I can be a little bit more casual with Satisfactory. Maybe not every time I stream during the week, so I can fit in something new for sure. Oh, neat. There. These pieces go on to these blocks here. We're getting vertical already. That's very cool, Minister. Very, very cool. So this is obviously where some sort of like door attachment or piece goes. All these kind of hook pieces or claw pieces. Have you heard of Spiritfarer before? Yes. Megan and I talked about it on the Citadel Cafe. She talked about it a couple times actually, as she was playing through it. I think I had access to it on Xbox Game Pass. It may still be there. Just one of these goes in over here. Weird that it's just the one. I don't actually remember how asymmetrical the Razor Crest is in terms of like its working parts. I know it's symmetrical from the outside and as far as the design, but I feel like the function of it, there's a little bit more going on. 2, 4, 6, 8. Guys. I'm not sure if you'd join the gameplay. Maybe you would, but I think you would enjoy the art style. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was a very pretty looking game. There was I played. Oh, I sent it to you, didn't I, Cosmic? It was like a storybook game. It's not Cozy Grove. Cozy Grove is something I was looking at, but there's another one. It was like a story-based choose your own adventure. It's on Game Pass right now. I'm sure I linked it to you on Discord at some point. You'd have to check the name. Yeah, I don't remember it either. It's cool and it's well done. The art is very chibi, kind of furry. And that's the kind of a cool laid back experience on the couch for me, because it's almost like watching a show, but you get to choose a pace at which things progress, and that's always fun. The Gunk is another adventure RPG that I'm looking at playing, but that's again probably a what am I talking about? Like a lean back experience. You stream Satisfactory 2. Have you heard about the update 7 blueprints? Yes, I have. Yeah, we were talking about that just before you came in. Yeah, I mean, they're cool to a point. I think the thing that I'm most interested in is what it may where does that come in? Where does that go? Confused about something. Making a blueprint of like 4x4 foundations, and then if you can zoop blueprints, then you could very easily fill out a very large area, if that was the goal, right? Because a lot of what I end up building is massive, and I need to fill in like super large areas. Where is this supposed to go? Am I missing something? Oh, I see it. And 2 of these. I gotta remember that these are all 3x1s and not one giant plate. And more of these. I feel like this is probably the back, maybe where the plate comes down, like the ramp. I'm not sure. It's not the gangplank. I can't remember what it's called on a starship. The loading ramp, maybe. The bay door. Definitely some satisfying clicks in this set, for sure. The dock? I don't know. Because the ships, they have the ability to do like space dock, but it doesn't do that at the back. I think the hatch, the docking hatch on the Razor Crest, I think it's on the top. And I don't think it's part of the set. Oh yeah, It's like if there was a docking hatch, it would be that for outer space. And I'm just guessing. I could be wrong, but I feel like we're doing the aft section. Like I think it points this way. Just because of the way that it's bulky. And it might not even be like this could be the midship. I feel like the back of it's probably gonna come out at an angle. It's the fun part about doing this is like kind of without looking too far ahead. Like I try not to look at the image that they say this is what you're building with this bag, and I try to skip over that and try to. It's fun to kind of see it come together as you go. I think especially with these big like I-beam Technic pieces, it's really enjoyable when you start to build these big like boxier ships, the cargo looking ones. Or do they have a Ultimate Collector Edition of a Corellian freighter? Does anybody know? Because that's an iconic ship. For folks that don't know the terminology, it's the rebel ship that Princess Leia is trying to escape on in the very opening scene of A New Hope. That's a Corellian freighter. Two of these. We're gonna make stuff. So lots of little claw pieces or hook pieces hanging off the sides. Yeah, that's a bulkhead, right? That's what that technical term is. It's a very sturdy base. I like the feel of it. Like it doesn't wobble at all. It feels really solid. Yeah, man. Like look at all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on each side. And some of them are even, and then these 4 are at different levels. Like different distances from the axis. Snap. Minister of Hell, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice build too. I know Minipax was really looking forward to this. I didn't see them come in. Are they here? If not, they're probably mad they're missing it. I mean, there's always the VOD. I didn't get a chance to post the VOD from last week until just today, just like an hour ago. It went up on the YouTube channel. Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube for people wondering. Goes here. More claw pieces. Does anybody know the technical term for these parts? For this kind of a piece here with a claw on it? I really should look up like an encyclopedia of Lego pieces so I can start calling them by their proper name. I do that in Satisfactory. I try to call the pieces by their name rather than the nickname that I've come up with them. With the exception of the animals. The animals we just call whatever we want. Don't ask me how, I know, but MiniPax is busy using power tools. That doesn't sound ominous at all. Is everyone safe and accounted for? More Technic pieces. MiniPax is a trained professional. Hunter says trained does not necessarily mean sensible. And all four of these along the front here. These aren't hook pieces. These are like little hinge pieces. I shouldn't say hook. I should say claw. I can see why this is a whole bag. You know, like why they said like very specifically, we're going to go step by step because you need to get this foundation right. No pressure. One of my favorite details. Little vent pieces over studs. Although you probably can't see them at the end of the day. One of these, one of those, and two of these. That's the end of bag one. We've got some few spare parts. 36. Cool. So seeing as I'm so close to my first break, and we just finished the first bag, I think it's a good time to take it. If you're new to the channel, I take a break once an hour. I just step away, reheat my coffee, maybe grab a snack. You should too. We'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes. Joey Day, welcome in. Good timing. Hold on to your nuggets. Back in a few. So Joey Day, just before break, was saying that, I'm not sure if anyone else already answered, but it looked like on Bricklink the piece was called Plate. Modified 1x2 with clip-on end horizontal grip. That's why we don't call it by its real name. Horizontal grip plate, though, that's a little easier to say. So maybe we'll stick with that. So step 2 has got 2 bags. As well as bags within bags. As you do. Oh, there's a little Grogu head. Little Grogu body. I saw it. Man, that is tiny. Like Lego Lego brick remover for scale, or even just like, where's a small plate? Yeah. All right, so that's everything from step 2. And welcome in, Joey Day. Did you find the stream from a podcast? You hear from the Spun Chunks or the Citadel Cafe, maybe? Let's go with the gray pieces first, I guess. You know what? We're just gonna put Grogu together. His arms don't even move. We're going to start with big gray pieces. Some interesting color choices. I mean, some of this stuff you just never see, but it could be like part of the color paneling on the sides, maybe. Actually, we're going to go this way this time, aren't we? My son and I have been listening to the Spawn Chunks for a while now. I followed you a few days ago hoping to catch a Citadel stream, but I love LEGO too, so here we are. Well, I can give you a heads up that Citadel streams are scheduled. So Saturdays at 1 o'clock Atlantic, that's UTC minus 4 hours. And Sundays at 1 o'clock Atlantic, again, UTC minus 4 hours. Currently, to make it really easy for you, I'm in Atlantic time in Atlantic Canada, and it is 3:41 p.m. So do the math, and come back tomorrow if you're around, and there will be a Citadel stream. And I need to start increasing the Citadel streams because I really want to try to finish West Hill, or at least get to the point where I feel comfortable leaving it for a bit and doing something else by the end of 2022. So I've only got 8 weeks left. Knowing that I'll have some extra time over the holidays to play, but yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get that focused down, I think. There's some chunky pieces in this, which I like. I like big. The big Lego pieces make the ship feel cooler somehow. Mostly, I'm just trying to separate things out by color right now. Color and size. And there are some tiny bits. You stream in the Rubik's Cube category. I'm actually testing whether I can stream Minecraft from my Stream Deck. Oh, interesting. Lou, who I do the Citadel Cafe with, has a Stream Deck. I don't know whether... I haven't talked to him much about it. I know he was very excited for it. Are you liking the Stream Deck, Joey? I don't have any real need for mobile gaming, so... and I have access to, like, Apple Arcade on iPad if I really wanted to, so... I don't really... But I find that gaming on mobile is never... I grew up playing consoles. I have access to an Xbox Series X now, and most of my adult gaming has been PC gaming, so usually I gravitate towards PC. And I spend enough time on my phone. I don't need to game on my phone, but I don't have a commute. Once upon a time when I had a commute, I absolutely played, like, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like turn-based strategy games with friends where, like, you make a move and you send it and then you gotta wait for them to make a move. And so you're never really, like, sitting down at the same time and playing. You're just kind of like, you know, doing words with friends or other stuff like that. That was fun for a little while. Made the bus ride go a little bit faster. Go with... Don't play any other gaming PC. I've been on a Mac user for many years, so the Stream Deck just gives me access to more games. Oh, for sure, yeah. Steven ESC that I stream on the Citadel with, he's a Mac user for work, and so Minecraft is right up his alley. But when he does look into or talk about other games, like, he's limited, right? It's getting a little bit better, but I find a lot of the games for Mac are like the same sort of like simulation games, like City Skylines and stuff like that. You don't necessarily get things like Satisfactory. I think I tried Factorio on Mac, but I wasn't a fan. All the tiny bits. So hard when they roll around. You know what? Let's just group those together. Oh, did I just lose? I just lost my shot. Hold on. That was really strange. I'm not sure what happened. The camera is hooked up to power, and it shouldn't turn off. That didn't happen last stream. Huh. Anybody in the chat have experience with a Sony a6100? All I had to do was turn the camera off and on again, but it shouldn't do that. Let's put that. More of these little rivets to set aside. These are neat. There's a lot of them too. You know what? I bet you we can use that space for these. There's a lot of these. Just ask if you were planning on any other upgrades for the studio and then you lost the shot. Oh, and then you jinxed it. Well, it's not supposed to auto shut off. That's the whole idea of having a dummy battery in it, is that it doesn't lose any power. Weirdly, it doesn't say 100% though. Like if I check the battery, it says like 91 or something. I don't know what happened. And it's hard when it's live because then you're just like, well, I don't have time to like troubleshoot it. It's definitely a weird set to kind of to null out. The pieces are all very uniquely shaped. And there also seems to be a strange, like, I'll say balance of pieces. I shouldn't say set, I should say maybe the bag. Guess we'll do these ones next. Trying to give myself enough room for the instruction booklet when I go to build the bag. Well, that didn't work out at all. Try this one. There's definitely a point when I'm rolling things out where I'm just like, and this is probably good enough. We are going to leave it there. I was so close. Again, for today, we're going with jumbles when it comes to these blue pieces and these black pieces. Lost the shot again. Man! I don't know what's going on. Hold on, folks. Sorry about this. If this is going to keep happening, unfortunately this might be a short stream. I didn't change any of the power settings. And Cosmic Dancer, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. I totally didn't even hear it. Did the notification play? Like, did you get the visual notification as well as the... Well, you wouldn't have seen the visual because, of course, it probably would have... Well, no, I guess that would have played over top of the shot. It should have. I need to turn down my music. Well, that didn't do anything at all. It's kind of annoying when like 5 or 10% is too loud. Like, how are you supposed to deal with that? True Purple with 100 bits, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the troubleshooting midstream, folks. I don't know why we keep on losing the shot. The camera is shutting off. I have the power set to don't turn off. I have a dummy battery plugged in. It's constantly getting power. Even if it lost, well, it shouldn't lose power, so it shouldn't be a battery thing. And it's not supposed to... Like the camera, one of the reasons I bought this model, the A6100 from Sony, is because it doesn't overheat. Like other cameras that you stream for long periods of time with. So, it's not hot to the touch. Doesn't feel warm. Sorry for shaking the shot. No, like the battery compartment, it's very, yeah, it's you know, room temperature. There was like a turn off if it gets hot setting, but I put it at like an hour and a half. I wonder if are we about 90 minutes into the stream? Maybe that could be it. There wasn't a don't turn off if it overheats setting. Is it like a sleep mode, which seems like a dumb question, but yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like I went through the settings and unfortunately I can't just like go through those settings. I'd have to wait until my next break to double check it, but I followed all the instructions. I watched a couple of YouTube videos about like how to use this camera as a streaming camera. I wish there was an alert that I could like make it ding in my ear, you know, if I lost a shot. What the giveaway for me is that I can see the lens pull in when the camera loses power. So that's the only thing that that might tip off me visually. Oh. We're on password wanted to be. Bag 2. Okay. Grogu. Oh, I just messed all this up. Was all nice and tidy. Back to Grogu, we're already put together. So we need beige bits and two of those and one of those. Was my all caps highlighted messages enough of a clue in that you lost the shot? No, because it doesn't make a ding. This, I guess, is another example of that thing I was supposed to do a couple months ago, which was that thing like a channel points redeem. The whole idea was The whole idea was mods could use channel points to like make a noise to get my attention. Yeah, Minipack sent me the how they did it, and I haven't followed through to do it on my own channel. Now I'm paranoid. One of those nice to set up things that when you have time, but then you never have time. Yeah, no, that's true. True. We need 2 of these. They do very tiny steps in this, I have to say. It's no wonder the book is so thick. Like, each step is like 2 tiny little pieces. When it gets vertical like this, are you guys able to see clearly what's going on? Oh, we've got stickers. Oh, that's the back, maybe. Huh. I'm not really sure. Stickers inside the pieces. Thanks. Yay, stickers. Yeah, not when the camera's acting funky. 2 and 3. It may be easier because they are inside. That's 1 down. Ah. Less concerned about stickers that are like inside the ship, more about stuff that's outside the ship. And then we turn them around, never to be seen again. We stack all 3 of these on top of one another. More grip pieces. Now that I know what those are called. And 2 of these. No, 3 of these. And now we have to build something separate. Those. You know, it's definitely, as much as I like it when things get technical like this, I find it's a challenging thing to stream when you're doing such technical little bits. Okay, so that gets set aside. We're onto this little thing. And the fun part about this is, like, I've got no idea what this is for. So where you have your hands now, we're not able to see what you're doing with the stickers, if that makes sense. Yep. Yep, it does. I've got to move the shot closer to me, I think. Can't do the talking and the thinking at the same time? Yeah. This goes sideways. Interesting. And goes. It's attached here. How many pieces does this set have? 1023. So it's, I would say, probably a 3-stream build. I saved it for November thinking it was going to take me most of the month. I'm just going to throw on some more music. I was indeed muted. Thank you, Cosmic. Seems like it is the day for tech problems. Chatting without the chat. Yeah, I probably, unfortunately, missed the send-off for Joey Day. So if you're watching this later, Joey Day, thanks so much for coming by. Give my best to the youngster. Thank you both for listening to the Spawn Chunks. And beyond that, I was just chatting about what I was doing. So if you could see it, then you're all caught up. But it is the cockpit, so I was right in the direction of the way that it was facing. Gregabytes, hello. We were just talking about cool usernames earlier in the stream, and it feels like everyone that joins the stream today and says hi has got like cool usernames. Welcome in. I like cool and clever usernames that are easy to pronounce and easy to remember. That's something that I think people take for granted sometimes. You know, like you want to jump into your favorite streamers, you know, setup and say hi. But if you've got a memorable username, you are very likely going to be someone that streamer recalls. You know? What am I looking for? These two. Yeah, I find it a little bit frustrating for the shot that the instruction book is cut off. There's only like from the bottom of the book, there's only like 2 inches of table, so like I can't get too close to me. And these go here. Lucky enough to get my user ID on most platforms as well, so consistency is nice. Yes, yeah, that's why I used my real name. It was available and easy to get on most platforms. I have to say, I am surprised at how intricate this is for the scale. I can only imagine how tricky the Ultimate Collector Edition of the Razor Crest must be. If this is the detail you get on the 1,000 pieces, you imagine something that has, was it 6,000 pieces in the UCE? Something like that. Do they still call them UCE? I can never remember that acronym. Ultimate Collector's Edition? I believe. Oh, now we're on to a separate part. These are really big, chunky frames. I didn't, you know, I knew that we had like these kind of pieces and these kind. I didn't realize that Lego made like prefab frames like that. Oh, wow. Now we connect these two here. This definitely reminds me of the Shuttle Tydirium. The Shuttle Tydirium had like this kind of a robust... Man, that is sturdy. Very cool. Robust structure. More of these. You got to get the angle on these just right. Is it cooler to look at when I lay it like this? Or is it better when it's up like that? And I've completely lost a piece somewhere. Where the heck did that come from? Oh. See it. I guess that's the casualty of laying it on its side. You prefer when I don't break it, but that's just me. Well, no guarantees. With your 3D printer, I print now versus build. Oh, interesting. I never took the plunge. I never get into the 3D printing. I don't really know, like, when I first started seeing them, like, I didn't have anything I wanted to 3D print. Like, it all just seemed like knickknacks and stuff that I would put on my shelf. What do you 3D print, Gregabytes? That is an interesting connection there too. This is one of those things where I don't know if it's necessarily decorated from the inside. I think it's meant to just look cool from the outside. Hanger for my headphones. A USB drive holder. That's cool. D&D models. That's a cool idea. I think Tango Tech does that. He prints like D&D related stuff. I like that this feels so sturdy that I can press on it, you know? Minecraft models, gifts. It's cool when you print something specific from a friend and they really like it. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Especially if it's something like a personal reference or an in-joke. Something that I know my folks would get a kick out of is like when they have like friends over, everybody's got a glass of wine and they all drink red wine. So you could have like little like nameplates or little wine trinkets to like indicate like you've got the golf club and someone else has got the baseball bat, and you know, you clip it on the bottom of the wine glass so that people know which is theirs. And one of these, this goes across the back. And then these go in here. I mean, like, this, I guess, would be where they would climb up to the cockpit, but, like, for structure, I guess they had to kind of close off the access. 9. That's it there. And these go back here. More break time when you're ready. Thank you, Cosmic. I will jump on that, and it'll give you a chance to maybe check the settings on the camera. So folks, if you're new to the stream, I take a break once an hour. It is that time, so we'll be back in just a few minutes. So I did lose the shot during the break briefly. And when I turned the camera back on, I noticed that there was a little red light on the bottom in the battery compartment. So I'll have to take it off the mount, but I think I might have to just like reinsert the dummy battery and maybe make sure that the connections are solid. I don't know what the little red light means. I need to download the PDF manual for the camera. I bought it secondhand, so I don't have the instruction manual. But we shall see. Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. But it didn't do it last time. Like I streamed, I don't remember how long the last stream was. It was at least 2 hours, at least 2.5 on last Friday, and we were fine. So now we're on to a new bit. And I know what this is. These great big things here. One from the end. And then we add 2 of those, 2 of these. If they blink and beep, it's even worse. You mean the camera? Yeah, because I'm streaming with it, I have it set to not make any noise. Little red lights. Oh. I always find it funny when you leave these little like air gaps in the design. 2 of those. Okay, now we're getting real fancy. So this is the tail portion? I guess that's what you would call it. It's a very technical looking build in terms of the shapes that you're putting together. I agree. It's really fun. Like it's cool. The set itself, if there's any frustration in my voice, it's not the Lego set, it's the camera that has me like, I'm now thinking about two things constantly. Or three. Engaging with chat, building a Lego set, and worried that my camera is going to stop working. It's funny, you know, I don't know if this is going to look like much at the end of the stream today. I feel like it's just going to be a bunch of framing. I can see why when you're closing in on the insides like this, why they use different colors. It does make it a lot easier to see as you're building. And I do remember a lot of brown in the build from the show, like in the ship from the show. I need to go back and watch The Mandalorian. I haven't, it's been a little while. I keep on waiting to like find a friend that hasn't seen it, because it's the most fun to watch when, you know, bring someone new into the fold with that kind of stuff when you're rewatching Star Wars. All right, set that aside. That. And then this one. Oh, neat. That goes across there. And then this goes here. Whenever you see something like this, you realize it must be like an outside part. And that attaches back there. I know I don't count, but I have actually never seen it. It's another show that lives on my list of if I really want to watch this, but I can't find the time. Really? Oh, Cosmic, you would love it. Like, you would really like it. It's a really good balance of like Star Wars through and through, something new, and something really cute and really heartfelt. Like, they did a good job of that balance. Especially any episode in the Mandalorian series that's directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. Not to knock the other directors, because most of them do a fantastic job, but anything directed by Bryce Dallas Howard in Disney Plus Star Wars series is fantastic. I hope they give her own movie. I would love to see Bryce Dallas Howard at the helm of a Star Wars film, feature film. Give it to me now. That goes in there. More of these crazy pieces. 4 of them. Oh, I see how this is going to hook on, I think. This is tough. Big hands. Fail. These are hard to put together, these bracket pieces. I don't know if there's a trick to them. There we go. You really have to be like dead straight on. Any kind of angle and it's just not going to work. It's 2 there, and then I gotta put 2 in there. My gosh. Hope I'm putting them in the right spot. Come on. 1. Oh, stupid. There we go. Got it. See aforementioned comment about concentration. This goes here. Two more of these, and 1 of those. When you start getting into these plates, you know, you're looking at like the outside of it. So obviously this is, I'm surprised there's a red thing there. I wonder if that's going to be covered up by like the space hatch, let's say. Dan Grice, you are correct. You are correct. All kinds of rivets. Whoops. I see where it's supposed to go. Oh, there we go. I was wondering when we were going to get to these. We'll take these and 2 in from the end. We get 2. And then 2 in from the end, we do 1. And then they attach on this side here. Oh, I see. There's not even something for them to grip into. That's why I was like, why did that go in so smoothly? Because there's nothing there. Okay, here we go. Wow. So then this. Oh, I see. It goes into the top of the T-joints. Ah, I went too far. Wasn't supposed to push these in all the way. Well, this... Yeah, okay. So what's happening is we've got 2 here and 1 there. And we've got 2 empty spots there. And then this is the one free for back there. So I guess we'll put it on like this. Pull these out. It's gonna be tricky. One. Nope, other way around. Wow. Oh, I see. They're not even in a straight line. That's cool. Or they will be, maybe. Just need to get 1, and then the rest should fall into place. There we go. Victory. Yeah, they're in a straight line. Okay. That's cool. So you can see we just attached these pieces here and there to those pieces there. I really like this kind of stuff. This is what I had to make a choice when I was a teenager to either go into like architecture or art. And I chose art. We've got 1 and 2. Why is it saying 1? I've only got 2 of these. And it goes under here. It's an odd way to... That should say 2x. I always really enjoy the attaching things to the sides of pieces. Cool thing that they do. So now we have another one of these that connects this way. So that's clearly the back of the tail. This connects up on top. And that is the end of bag 2. Couple little pieces to spare. But pretty good. Pretty good for a Friday afternoon. So right now, we've got the front and the back of the ship. A lot of the bulkhead is done. Lots of grip pieces along the side. Got some verticality happening in the front. Obviously the cockpit with the control panel. Cosmic Dancer, 1,000 bits. 2 bags done hype. Thanks so much. Very much appreciate the support. And of course, then we've got the Mandalorian minifig. We've got the Grogu minifig, which is like really little. And then we've got the Scout Trooper minifig. Ah, so it is indeed a temperature warning. I'm going to have to look at that. I'm not sure why that's a problem. I wonder if it's because my battery attachment is getting too hot because I didn't spend enough on it. I mean, it was $40. So I'll have to look into that. That is because that is something that I thought the A6100 didn't do, is that it didn't shut down again, or if it didn't overheat. It's strange because so many people swear by the A6100 and the A5100 for streaming cameras. So that's frustrating. And inconsistent, right? Because it didn't do it last week, and I streamed for like 2.5 hours last week as well. Put a cool pack on it. I'm not sure how to address that. It could just be because it was cooler last week. Like it could be the temperature in the room could be what the problem is, but that's going to be finicky. That means in the summertime, I'm not going to be able to use it at all because it gets very warm in here in the summertime. All right, well, that is where I have to wrap up the stream today, folks. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a follow before you take off. We are going to raid Megabyte, so if you want to hang out for more Minecraft and a very cool community, then please do so. We'll send you all over. You can, of course, follow me at JoelDuggan on Twitter and on Instagram, and you can listen to the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcast at their respective websites, and or just follow the link tree that Cosmic put in chat. Links to everything are at joelduggan.com. I'm very easy to find. You can, of course, check out Patreon if you want to support the stream, or if you've already used bits, a Prime Gaming sub or Tier 1 sub, then along with Patreon, you can access the Discord. Any of those things will get you into the Discord with the exception of the bits. It's only the Prime subs and the gaming Prime Gaming subs. And I truly appreciate the support. Y'all are awesome. Cosmic, thank you so much for moderating. SweetSandi, thanks for moderating. And I will see you again tomorrow at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 4 hours. For a stream from the Citadel Minecraft server, and hopefully going into a double header. So I'm going to do some Satisfactory tomorrow as well. I think that's the plan, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for Minecraft. Hang in there for Megabyte. We'll catch you later. Have a good Friday evening, folks. Bye for now.